In this edition of Scouting Report, we're heading back to a country that I feature quite often in these videos. We're heading back to Turkey, and we're off to Istanbul. Yes, this city has featured a hell of a lot in these kind of videos, with teams like Besiktas, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce all being mentioned in my player report videos. Here's a new team to add to the list, Istanbul Başakşehir. Particularly because I'm here to talk about midfielder Berkay Özcan, a 25-year-old Turkish attacking midfielder who was once called the next Mesut Ozil. I'm going to explain the reasons why in this video, and it's not necessarily because of their ability. There are more similarities to these players than what might meet the eye. Back in 2017, Arsenal attempted to sign Özcan, and back then he was considered a very bright talent in Turkish football. He was a teenager at the time and had a whole future ahead of him. Having started out his career in Germany, he then moved back to his parents' homeland and played for Istanbul Başakşehir, whom he still plays for today. This guy is an attacking midfielder, but honestly, he thrives better in more roles than just in the attacking midfield unit. And some of the traits that he shows make him competent in the middle, as well as an additional attacker to help a team in many different situations. Have I unearthed yet another one of my gems? Well, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but, yeah, I have. Özcan was born in Germany to Turkish parents, and he has played for both countries internationally. His time playing for Germany was only very brief though, and he was around 16 years old. From that point onwards, he decided to represent Turkey, mainly because he felt that he had more of a, shall we say, likelihood of playing for the Turkish national team than the German national team. A sensible move at the end of the day, or at least from his perspective. He began his career with VfB Stuttgart and then made his debut in August 2016. He was 18 years old at the time. In January 2019, he transferred over to Hamburger SV, and that same year, he moved to Istanbul Başakşehir on a season-long loan. In his first season in Turkey, he won a league title under the guidance of manager Okan Buruk. He decided to sign a permanent deal at the end of the season. One of his sporting idols as he was growing up was Mesut Ozil. Like Özcan, Özil has a Ö and a Z in his surname, and also was born in Germany to Turkish parents. That's why they had a lot of similarities, and they even got to play with each other at club level. And that's quite a special thing as well. He got to play with one of his idols. And for any footballer, that really is a dream come true. Özcan is, by theory, a number 10, but he can play as a central midfielder or as a number 8. Two roles that he really does thrive in. His playmaking and passing are his key traits. I say this as I reference the book. I'll bring it upwards so it doesn't look too awkward. He controls the ball with composure and patience to ensure that he can keep the possession and hold down the possession for his team. This requires him to make accurate passes and keep the ball close to his teammates. Turkish journalists have noticed his pace as the reason for him being good enough for the 10 role because he's able to attack directly and even get the ball closer towards the flanks. He cuts into defensive lines with his pace in order to build up the chances as a result. As I mentioned earlier, Stuttgart fans initially dubbed him the new Özil, and that's partly due to his Turkish heritage and positioning. You always take nicknames like that with a pinch of salt, and right now I am doing so. But West Ham needs new midfielders. I don't think really a 10 role suits Özcan as much as people say, because he's seems to be playing sometimes a little deeper, and his passing ability does the talking. I'm not sure if his pace can do the talking as well, but it's certainly a good thing to have if he wants to play in a fast-paced league like the English Premier League.